Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got an Eight of Wands. This is something happening very quickly. For one, I think that this is a lot of fast-moving creative energy. This is kind of like we feel frantic almost right now. I'm getting a sense that there's a direction that you've got to choose. Someone has put out a lot of cards before you, and you've got to pick one. How do you pick? I feel a little bit, we kind of got the jazz hands. We're just like, oh, what am I going to do? What do I want to do? It's a very exciting feeling. It's not a dread or a terror. It's an excitement. It's kind of it's a frantic excitement where it's like, any of these cards are going to be spectacular. But which one do you pick, right? So I feel like you have a lot of these kind of creative opportunities before you. There's a lot of options on the table for you right now, and they all seem pretty good. Yeah, it's a very good problem to have, I think. Well, let's put it into some context. Let's see what else is going on here. Well, there's you choosing the one, right? If this is the compass, this is you finding what your true north really is, and we're headed in that direction, yeah? Oh, an ace of cups too? Come on. Two of cups. Yes, perfect. This is kind of what we are after. We're trying to make the best choice. We're trying to really be led by our heart, right? It's kind of the heart is the magnetism of our compass, right? As we choose our direction. And an ace, come on now. We got three aces. I mean, that is, it's almost like you're cheating at poker here, Gemini. And to a 9, into real success. This is going to be a decision that you make. You choosing a direction with a clear head, a pure heart, and you make that intention, you make that movement, that decision, that will is pure. It is one, it is unified. When your heart and your mind are pure, right, and clear and harmonious, your decision is always going to be the right decision. Right, and it's leading you right here to this Nine of Pentacles. This is success. This is the measurable success. All right, let's see what else we've got. Nine of Cups. Not only does this result in, kind of physical, earthly success and progress, but emotionally, spiritually, it's going to be fulfilling on every plane of your being. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, creative, fulfillment, success, pleasure, satisfaction, abundance. Right, this is the Three of Cups. In every aspect of your life. This is really the pursuit of happiness. This is you following your bliss. All right, Nine of Cups. A Six of Pentacles. There's going to be a lot of, you're creating harmony and cooperation with the people in your life too. And we've got the Fool energy as well. Now, this card kind of sort of wanted to come out as I was drawing the cards. It kind of came out, and I kind of put it back. We're gonna use this as our mystery card. How about that? Well, no, that's not fair because I saw what it was, right? So we're gonna lay that right there. But this is kind of it's a half in, half out energy. Okay, this is not a guarantee. This is kind of something that's still in potential. It's a Tower. But does it mean that there is the potential for this thing to completely backfire and blow up in our faces? Well, maybe. Depends on what that Fool at the end is going to choose to do, right? So I don't feel like this. I feel like there is a caution here that says don't get too loosey-goosey with it, right? Don't get too out of control. Don't be too nonchalant. Don't be too much of this fool energy, to where this is really starts to become foolish, starts to become naive. It starts to be, we feel invincible. We feel like nothing can touch me. We're just floating through life. That's when towers are going to come and smack that fool, right? So we've got to be careful with this. We've got to maintain our structure, our integrity, our discipline. We've got to be looking ahead for any kind of anything, right, that might be coming our way. Furthermore, though, I think that this is really a card that's saying this could be your big breakthrough. This could, I mean, in a way, this card's kind of half in, half out, right? This could either be the best thing that has ever happened to you, or it could be the worst, right? This is either the best choice you've ever made or not. But I think a lot is riding on this. And I think if you play your cards right, if you play your 3 aces right, I think this is almost guaranteed to be a huge breakthrough in your life, right? And that kind of a huge breakthrough, a jackpot win, let's say, it's going to disrupt your life a little bit, but in a good way. It's a good problem to have. Yeah, I like this one. I like that very much. I think that this is a good omen. And I'm happy that I brought it out of the pack. I was going to just leave it in there because it didn't quite come out. My fingers grabbed 2, but Spirit wanted this to come kind of halfway in, halfway out. I'm also getting a father type figure coming through for you. Yeah. I'm getting an A and a P name, maybe initials A and P or PA. It's a father type figure. It could be father, grandfather, great-grandfather. It could be an older sibling. It could be even mom or grandma, but there's a paternal type of energy about them. And they have passed. It is someone that has not been in your life for a while, at least a few years, I think. Okay? Spirit wants you to know that they're still with you. So I feel like there's always been a very close relationship. Maybe that's what this 2 of Cups is. I feel like there's always been a close relationship with them. Very close with this person. Okay? And I think that Spirit wants you to know that they are still with you, that there is still this bond between the 2 of you. It could be, I guess it could be a spouse too. It's possible. It has that kind of, it has that fatherly kind of energy. So maybe if it's your spouse, they were a lot older than you. Right? Something like this. Spirit wants you to know that they're still with you. They want to see you happy. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you make this choice and take this big risk and have this big blow up, this big success of your life. This big breakthrough. Yeah. They want you to know that they love you. 2 of Cups, all about love. They want you to know that they are still connected with you. That they're still right there with you, and it kind of feels as if they're witnessing you make this choice. Yeah, about what to do next, or what to do with this opportunity in your life. Very distinct message. They're cheering you on in a way, right? Because I think maybe that's kind of what the Tower is all about too, is this idea that we've been holding ourselves back. We've been holding our Holy Spirit in. Because if we think of, and I've used this analogy before with the Tower, it's kind of like the Tower is the brick and mortar that's kind of trying to enclose our creative will. It's a tower that needs to be broken. And what is left over when that tower crumbles? Your Ace of Wands, your creative spirit. This is that creative spirit. The only sin is to hold your Holy Spirit in. And that tower, this represents everything that is holding you back. And I think the reason why this card was kind of half in, half out is because you're kind of undecided. Because the choice is yours. This is up to you if you're going to let this creative spirit out or if we're going to stay inside this tower. Okay? However you want to describe this tower. And this father-type figure in your life, it's an older male energy, a father kind of energy. They want you to do this. They feel like you deserve this. That this is you. There's no reason to hold it in anymore. Yeah? Does that make sense? I feel like they were always very encouraging to you. I feel that they had a connection with birds. Did they have pet birds, or did they really enjoy birds? Were they bird people, you know? There's a strong connection there. Speaking of birds, there's that dove in the corner. They want your spirit to be free. They want to let you be free. They want you to let you be free. They want to let you soar to these, and maybe this has something to do with kind of getting into another relationship after this one. Maybe it's been a long time, but you never moved on from them, right? You never got into another serious relationship. It's kind of like they want your heart to fly. They want you to spread your wings, do what you need to do to be happy, to follow your bliss, to continue on your adventure of life, to continue on your kind of fool's journey here. I feel like you still have a picture of them close in your purse wallet, maybe in a locket or something. Yeah, there is something you wear around your neck, right? I don't know if it's a picture, locket, but it's something very meaningful. I don't know if it's connected with this person, but it's a very sentimental kind of thing that you wear, right? It could be a religious thing, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like it's something that's been passed down. Yeah, it feels like it's more sentimental than like a religious thing, yeah. Anyway, let's select the mystery card. Bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're going to set it down right over here. We're going to put Jimbo, the Lizard King, right there on top. Now that one, I don't know what it is. I kind of forgot there for a second that something that we try to tap into together, right? It's our exercise of intuition. It's our interactive kind of part of this channel, yeah. So if you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction down in the comments. All right. Let's take a look around the room. We've got a lot going on here. We've got extra cards even. Before we had that tower come out, the only major arcana we had was Death and the Fool. And death in this position, this is the hardest part, letting go of the past, allowing yourself to move forward, rising above, transcending this, whatever this situation is. And that's kind of the tower. These two cards really should be together. This is an abrupt change. The death card is a slow, gradual change. So I wonder, well, maybe it looks better if we do it this way. Maybe you've been slowly building up to this moment in your life where we have to make this kind of willful, creative decision. Maybe this slow, gradual change is leading up to that big moment. This is the climax of it all. When you finally do this thing, whatever it's going to be. If it's, getting back into the kind of dating life or whatever it is. Making this very definite decision, which I think right now there are a lot of options on the table. And it's kind of, maybe there was this anxiety about it because we're so excited about all of these possibilities, all these creative doors that are opening for us in our life right now, maybe career, maybe creative, maybe spiritual, maybe romantic. And we want to choose one, but we still kind of feel tied here. And so we haven't been letting ourselves make that choice. Well, we've got these three aces. All this energy is in alignment now. And I think whoever this person is that we feel this tie with, they want you to activate these aces. They want you to have a clear head, a pure heart, and make that willful decision. With no worries, right? No worries. And I feel like that's something they said to you a lot, right? They're the kind of person that they will say, no worries, no worries. I feel like that was something they said a lot. I feel like they had something to do with their breathing. That's kind of what happened to them, I think it was a breathing thing, a lung thing. Yeah. Anyway, the three aces are very significant. Okay. But we've got our majors here. And it's pretty obvious. We're transcending this situation. Our soul is free. We are expanding. We are rising above all of this, and we're entering a quest. It's a new phase of our life. It's a new journey, a new adventure, a new quest. We've got fire over here. Got a lot of water. Got a little bit of air, just the right amount of air. Right? Just an ace, that's all we need. And we've got our earth energy. Yeah. So you really are headed toward this successful life. The Nine of Pentacles is all about gain, increase, about the visible signs of progress. Okay. There is success for you in the future, whatever that means to you. This is you living your best life. It doesn't just mean that you're going to make a decision and, it's going to work out. No, that'd be like a 4 of Pentacles. We've got a 9. A 9 is you living in that state. This is a way of life. This is a way, a Tao, of living your best life, right? The Tao of living your best life. That's what the 9 of Pentacles is. It's kind of every day, every moment, you're in your best life and you're doing it. Even there's ups and downs, there's joys and sorrows and celebrations and stuff. All the while, you know that you are right where you're supposed to be and you're doing the things. You're living that life. It's a way of life. Yeah. Now, with the 6, we see that this way of life really does require cooperation, community. It requires a group of people, friends, family, right? Co-workers, employees, whatever these people are. It's kind of, this is you kind of getting back to hosting those dinner parties that you used to do. You used to gather people at your house and had a good time, right? I think it's been a while since you've done that. And I think this is you getting back to that. Yeah. And this right here feels like a win. This feels like a big step. It's kind of bittersweet, but it's beautiful, right? Beautiful. Getting everybody together. Living your best life also with this 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is really what it's about. Because, the physical part of things, what you're physically doing is just the vessel for how you are feeling it, right? These two cards together, this is living your best life. This is the Tao of your best life right here. The emotion, the satisfaction, all of this needs a vessel. And the vessel is really the physical activities of what you're doing. And that needs to have, of course, the vitality behind it, the enthusiasm, the will, the spirit, the creativity behind it in order to do these actions, right? It's not enough to just buy the gym equipment and put it in your house. You've got to go and use it. You've got to put your energy into it. And you're doing so without a doubt in your mind. This is the Ace of Swords. It's not having all the answers. This is not you even needing to know all the answers. The Fool, too. It's a card that has kind of these two energies have let go of the need to have the answers. There's a lot we don't know. We're okay with that. We'll learn as we go. The Ace of Swords shows the connection that you have through the crown chakra, the spiritual connection, the psychic connection. And your path is being revealed to you kind of on like a need-to-know basis, The further you get to your path, the more you're receiving this kind of certainty. And there's no questions. It's just you have this confirmation, this kind of inner knowing, this gnosis. And that allows you to continue putting your energy and effort into whatever this living is. The Ace of Cups underneath everything, of course, is your pure heart. Realizing that, yes, you do deserve community, company, friends, family, celebration, beauty and love and joy and satisfaction and freedom and creativity, all this stuff in your life. And your heart is pure. Your intentions are pure. There are no doubts in your mind or in your heart. This is really necessary. These three cards together is infinite potential. You can accomplish anything you want now. Anything you want with this alignment. But we have to choose which direction to point our will and maintain our clear head, our pure heart, and carry our love with us into the future. Again, if this is a person, this past relationship thing, that's never going away. Okay? This bond can, once established, this can never be severed. This is a fountain on an infinite ocean that will never run out of water. Okay? Now, I think also with these three aces, you've been experiencing a kind of, it may be like a Kundalini awakening, but some kind of a spiritual ascent. Because I feel like it's kind of starting from the bottom, from the base chakra, and I feel like it's been coming up all the way to the crown chakra. And it might be part of that tower. It might be like, oh, wow, okay, this is really, everything's kind of coming to a head now, right? Everything's culminating in this big tower moment, where before it was kind of like a gradually slow effort of kind of getting things moving, getting energy moving. And the death card here could be too about this slow process you've had of getting through the stuff. I feel like you still have a lot of possessions that you've kind of started to go through, but you haven't really gotten rid of a lot. Yeah. I think the closet probably, still has clothes. There's a lot that you're kind of still holding on to. And it's kind of a slow process, and people may ask you, and you say, oh, I'm getting to it. And no one should be rushing you at all, right? But I do feel like things are coming to a culminating energy right now. And that's why that tower is kind of, it's still sort of here, sort of not here. I think you can feel it coming, that there is a kind of a climax coming here. Okay. Let's talk about the path of the serpent a little bit more. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps out the channel. I appreciate it. There we go. The Nine of Cups. This is the life that you want to lead, that you deserve to lead. This is you physically feeling the abundance and the love and the satisfaction, understanding what kind of experience you want in life. We think of a three of anything. The Three of Cups or the Three of Pentacles or the Three of Wands. We understand the process of creation on every plane of being here. On the physical plane, you understand how to create the kind of lifestyle you want, the way of life. You know what you want, and you know how to create that. Okay? On the emotional plane, you know what kind of a feeling tone you want your life to have. You know how to create that. Spiritually, creatively, you know what kind of almost a religious life you want. You know what kind of a divine connection you want in your life. And you know how to cultivate that. So this is really a card that says in every aspect of your life, you know what you want and you know how to cultivate that. And doing that, cultivating all of that stuff, sometimes more here, more there, whatever. That is the best life. It's not just physical. It's not just money. It's not just physical pleasure. It's everything. Physical pleasure and money is definitely a part of it. We have to have the vessel for all of this. And I think that it's so wonderful we've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Yeah. So the freedom that is coming for you, this is really the freedom to pursue all of these 9 cups, 9 pentacles, right? To live this life. And it does feel like it's a bit of a decision that has to be made. But I almost feel as if you've been slowly building up to this moment, and in a kind of a deeply spiritual, energetic way, it's kind of happening, like that sudden Kundalini awakening. It's kind of like you've been working on it and building toward it, but when it actually happens, it kind of comes as a shock, even though you've been building up to it for a long time, right? I'm also wondering if with this person, if there was a long illness, and then maybe there was some recovery, or maybe not even with the recovery. There was the long illness. And then when they did transcend the physical plane, even though you've been expecting it, even though it was kind of something that it was kind of long and, it was drawn out a little bit, I feel, it still came as a shock. So we've got the death energy working its way up to a tower. It's always a tower, right? It feels like it was a sudden loss, even though it's something that had been, kind of, we knew where it was going, And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. I feel like they are still with you. And I feel like they want you to focus on the love, focus on that bond, focus on the water energy that we have here. They want that for you. Yeah. Because just because they're not here on this physical plane just means that their vibration, their level, their frequency has changed to a level that we can't perceive through the senses. But I think you can perceive it in other ways. I think you can perceive it through this spiritual, and maybe this is part of the spiritual work that you've been doing. I kind of feel that you've been kind of slowly doing some spiritual work, either meditation or kind of trying to open up your psychic sense. I feel like you're doing this as a way to kind of keep that connection there. That's a very good thing. Maybe it's through forms of divination or some kind of clairvoyance or clairaudience that you're trying to cultivate that in order to keep that connection. I think that's a very good thing. Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card, yeah. See what Jimbo's got for us. I don't know what we really even need. Nothing really. We don't need anything. I'm going to say it's the Lover's card. It's your power card. And I think this reading does have a lot to do with this a connection here. And that's the Lover's card to me always represents that connection. And it's really, the Lover's card too is about choosing to commit to something. Choosing that bond. It could be that bond with our Tao, right? The Tao of our best life. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got the Devil card. Interesting. Devil card could be us clinging to something, holding ourselves back from something. See, the figures here are chained to that anvil, right? It's kind of like we're not letting ourselves be free of something. And again, it's kind of we feel that we're wrong for wanting that, or there's something that's like we're holding ourselves back from our potential because of this thing where really this could be used as motivation. Rather than this being the energy that ties us down and holds us back, this could be the energy that really is ambitious, really the enduring stamina to climb up the mountain. This is either the energy that keeps us down at the base of the mountain and holds us and won't let us climb, or is the energy pushing us up the mountain. Either way, right? Very strong energy. How are we going to use it? And what this is that bond with that person. It's either holding us back or it's helping us get to the top. All right. And also they could be a Capricorn person, maybe. I was going to say Cancer because it's the opposite sign of Capricorn is Cancer. So I wanted to say Cancer. It's either Cancer or Capricorn, I think, for them. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, there is a link at the end of the video, or there's a link down in the video description. All right, so please check that out. New readings for Gemini every Monday and Friday, but I am here every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Just come back, see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. All right, let me know how you're doing. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.